Okay, hello again. It's me, Plain Stranger, and it's the second episode of my talk show, one man talk show, Show Up and Tell. I show up every weekend or around weekend and tell you something I have on my mind for at least 5 minutes, no script, one take, with a bit of a little exception. I'll tell you later. And the theme I wanted to talk uh, about today is a night, working at night, working night shifts. Uh, I've been doing that for more than 10 years now. I do all the stuff. I write code. I do analytical. I write analytical reports. I do some stuff for myself with my media collection as a hobby at nights. It works best for me, and I want to tell you how it all started and who may benefit from it and who may not. Uh, First of all, I'll have to bring you back to the last century. Wow, it sounds really scaredy. Wow, I should look it up in my dictionary. Well, the sound of past of my life. Wow, the past I've witnessed as a living person being last century. Yeah, it scares the shit out of me. But still, the internet at the end of the last millennia also, wow, I'm scared shitless, uh, was very, very expensive in the second world war, third world, anywhere in the countries that one of American presidents called shithole countries. I loved internet back then. I had non-regular access to it through school, through some other places. Uh, I was using every 5 or 10 minutes everywhere I could use, but since 2001, yeah, in the year 2001, this millennia, this century already, I got my first modem. I worked hard today to show you, but after spending, I don't know, a couple of hours sorting out storage boxes, I wasn't able to find it. It's probably somewhere on the upper boxes I can't access right now without ladder. It might be a history for another time when I'll be in the mood to tell a story about old Runet or Russian internet segment, which was one of the fastest growing ones back then and was pretty much beyond developed countries. One was the biggest one. Uh, yeah, so the thing is, as I said, internet was really, really expensive. It was really expensive in the late 20s, 20th century, 20th. I'm sorry, English is not my native language, as I already told, and as you most certainly hear. And it wasn't much cheaper in the beginning of this century. So my best option was from this this year, I don't know, entrapped in my memory as some special year from the year 2001. I got my first modem. I got my regular internet connection, but the catch was I could only access internet as a preteen kid. I could only access internet from 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. And that was something. At first, I was allowed by my parents to only use it during weekends, of course, not school days. But later, with me growing, with parental control weakening, with time moving on, I was using it more and more, to the point before I actually got better connection, better option for my internet access from newer, better ISP. It was my only option. So if I wanted to download something from the internet, if I wanted to, I don't know, make some research for my school work, which I did actually, not only research, but actual research on some historic subjects, some IT stuff. Our school was quite advanced for our region, because we actually had computer classes, and we had internet access at school, and uh, it was useful to have internet at home also to research something primary. My interest back then was uh, web development, and some articles on how to design a web page, how to attract more users, and how to make it load faster. Like it was a real problem back then with a slow dial-up connection. Uh, you counted every kilobyte of data, and it was an achievement to uh, make a page that looks good but still downloads uh, for some few seconds. No, not really few, but some limited number of seconds. So from that time, staying up at night, staying up all night, became normal for me. And when I was at the university, those all-night studying sessions were also something normal. Before exams, before some I don't know, events, like I don't know, some uh, work at lab. We had so-called computer lab at university. So to be prepared, all-nighters were also okay for me by that time. And when it came to working, that was a thing uh, where it wasn't that smooth at first. I'm not an office culture person, as you can say by my look. That nerdy dude who never wears office suits, office shirts, and stuff like that. Who has chaotic hair and stuff. And the problem was also working from the early morning. It was such a bullshit for me, wake up when you don't want to, when your whole body screams against it. It wasn't for me. But working from home now, and for some years already, I've experienced that while I still work, I have to work uh, at business time. I don't know, maybe not from 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., but I still have to connect to people in offices. I still have to communicate with teams, communicate with I don't know, users, sometimes with management and so on. And I still have to work in daytime, but I found out the most productive time for me is at night, when nobody, pretty much nobody calls you, unless, I don't know, the whole data center blow up, or I don't know, some flood happened. I don't know, not forum flood, not chat flood. I mean, like some devastating nature catastrophe. Never ever in my career something like that happened. So pretty much, if you plan to work on some script, on some code, on some problem, on some design thing, from, I don't know, 1 a.m. to 4 a.m., you most likely do exactly that, because nobody distracts you. Nobody throws new tasks at you that are urgent, that break your whole plan, break your whole schedule, and so on. And that whole situation where no neighbors, no kids out the window. Well, I'll rephrase it. You hear no kids from the street through your window screaming, running around, playing ball, whatever. Uh, you just do your thing. You may, I don't know, last time you saw me with my headphones on. A lot of the time I work with my headphones on and some music on, and nobody is angry that I do not respond due to me not hearing them. So it's, this stress factor is out too. And last and probably least, but still worth noting, that if you work on the internet from your home at night, mostly websites function faster with no, I don't know, no load whatever, or much lower load than you experience at evening or during business hours. So that helps too. Sometimes I mean, when you download some update, some huge ass update, some service pack, some security update, some huge component you want to use in your code, whatever, it goes much smoother, much faster at night usually, unless you work with servers from another time zone where it's bright daylight and everyone in the office, and it's a different story. So if you work from home, if you are okay working on your own, you don't get that lonely feeling of I don't know, so-called loneliness of the long distance runner. It would suit you awesomely. I mean, whatever you do, not just coding. Maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a, I don't know, some sound producer, maybe you're an architect. Working at night helps a lot with productivity. And who would not benefit from that? People who mostly, I mean, like 90-95% of their work is communication with other people. It would be very problematic. It would be problematic for people who have a lot of responsibilities during the day. Like you have a family, you have 3 kids, you have a dog, you have whatever else, and you need to be present uh, while everything you want after your night shift. Yeah, I don't know, whenever you end your shift, I don't know, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever, you just need really to rest. You need to sleep, and you won't be present. That would be a problem for pretty much anybody. And who it would be a problem to, for people who are very much used to schedules, control freaks. I don't know. I may have sounded like one before, but I'm not. I'm really mostly relaxed with time, and I would feel bad if I would. I don't know. My sleeping time strictly planned, if I will feel it over me. But some people, on contrary, feel they act better, they feel better, they benefit from those following those circadian rhythms. I do not, but some do. Some believe they do, although it to me looks more like conditioning from the early childhood, when their parents were teaching them to wake up at I don't know, 6 a.m. and going to bed at 10 p.m. for decades. People get used to that. That's conditioning. That doesn't have much to do with real movement of the sun. But yeah, people who feel they are healthier with morning sunshine, morning persons, those would not benefit from night shifts. And I would, sorry, I would warn you about one possible psychological mistake. There could have been working night shifts. When you do some work, you feel your progress, you see the results of your work, and by, I don't know, 6, 7 a.m. you go to the kitchen, have a drink. Not necessarily alcoholic drink, I mean like water or something, and you think, yeah, it's only 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. and I've done so much. Those people back in the office, they haven't done anything today. I'm so much more productive. No, that's not true. That's not true at all, because you won't be productive for the rest of the day, and they will be. They will have their morning coffee, they will, I don't know, maybe have a little small talk, and then they will work all the business hours, all day, all the daylight time, and you will have to rest. You will have to get your sleep. You'll have to get your I don't know, 6 to 7 hours of sleep to stay healthy. So that is a little illusion, some trick human psyche plays on you or may play on you, but the fact that you begin earlier, that you end your shift earlier in that day, doesn't mean from that alone you are more productive. But if you are like me, if you benefit from concentration on your work, from not being disturbed, night shifts are great. They are perfect. So that what I wanted to tell you about. And that last thing I wanted to show you about night theme, is this old CD I have. It's actually one of my first CDs, I have bought for myself. I was saving my allowance, so I got it. It's a CD from one of the most popular Russian bands, so-called Russian rock bands, Kino, and I'll show you. It's up close in a detail, and that would be the end of today. So have a nice night, have a nice day, have a nice whatever, and happy Halloween. Okay, here is a close-up of this CD. It's called Night, Notch in Russian, and it's full of songs about night walks, sitting on meditative night kitchens and stuff. And here you can see photos of Viktor Tsoi, a vocalist, leader of the band. Here is, if I'm not mistaken, it's really, it's not actually blinking. It's not light playing tricks on me. It's actually a bad photo. I think it's their drummer, Guryanov, but I'm actually not sure at that point. It's been a long time. And that's a guitarist, Kasparyan. This CD is actually first digital remaster of this band's CDs, this band's albums. Original remaster was from 1996, but this is a later re-release from 1998. As you can see, it says Kino Kolleksия, which means Kino collection. Here you have an art from Viktor Tsoi himself. Here you have more photos of Tsoi, deep in thoughts, smoking again. I'm not supporting smoking, but those were the times. Yeah, it says here that it was remastered in 1996 and from original records taken in 1985-1986. All the musicians are listed here, and on the back we have one more photo. We have a logo of that record company, Moroz, which means frost. It's everything about frost and bears in Russia. Not really. The original vinyl release that was in 1986, I believe, or 87. My memory is not that sharp anymore. Had only 11 tracks, but since CD has bigger capacity, 4 more tracks were added, and those were really good tracks. A couple of them are exceptionally good, I would say, or at least exceptionally interesting. So here you have it, Night. I'll probably show you it a bit like that, and translate the songs titles. Видели ночь means we've seen the night. Фильмы, movies. Твой номер, your number. And танец means dance. Ночь, again, night. Последний герой, last hero. Жизнь в стеклах, life in, I don't know, glass walls, whatever. Мама анархия, mother anarchy. Звезды останутся здесь, the stars will stay here. Игра, game, мы хотим танцевать, we want to dance. And bonus tracks, попробуй спеть вместе со мной, try to sing it with me. 13.1 is an early version of this song. Закрой за мной дверь, я ухожу. Close the door behind me, I'm going away. Дальше действовать будем мы, we will act from now on. And again, night, спокойная ночь means quiet night. It's not a holy night, but it's quiet night. Here you have it. Кино, ночь.